Hey guys, I just wanted to clarify because we're getting a lot of comments on this video. The first thing is, for the people who are just going to come and see this video without seeing the rest, you'll understand and you'll know that the first thing I teach is how to be aware, and the second thing that I talk about the most is how to verbally diffuse. You're not a bully if I walk up to him and I hit him. Yes, I'm a bully. But if the person is in front of me, I'm trying to diffuse a situation, I'm trying to talk my way out of it, well, I got two options. Either I let him swing and build enough momentum to pull out his knife for his friend to come around, or I'm going to go preemptive. Bottom line, it's your life. But if I'm faced with an attacker who's bigger, who's stronger, thinks he can take me, obviously, or else he wouldn't be picking on me, well, am I going to square off with him or finish the fight as fast as possible? I'm going to go preemptive, right? This is for self-defense. Right? You're not fighting with somebody who's more or less your size. You might be fighting a guy who's 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, who's bigger than you. Obviously, if somebody picks a fight with you in the street, it's because they're bigger, stronger, and think they can take you, right? So if you want to go and square off and do all this stuff, then get in a boxing ring, get in an MMA ring, and, fight. But in the street, again, I always say it's never a fair fight. So when I talk about you're talking to your opponent, I'm actually, and I should have been a little bit more precise, you're trying to diffuse the situation, right? You're looking at body language and you have to make the decision at what point do I strike, if I need to, based on if he's going to reach for a knife, if he's angling off, okay? Also in terms of the clinch, a lot of people talked about it, that you interlock. You're not supposed to interlock your fingers, right? They're absolutely right. The reason why I did it with the bob dummy is because I wanted to bring him down, so I did it just to get enough more power. But in reality, you want your fingers to come around, right? I have a whole video on this, but I'm going to go through it again because I'm getting a lot of comments from people who just see one video and just basically, So I'm going to go through it. Obviously, when you want your hands to come around this way. When you're kneeing, I don't want to be straight here because he could headbutt me. I'm going to come down here, right? If I'm here, right, I'm going to knee here. Boom, I'm going to knee. I like to move him from side to side. I'm also going to tuck in the neck, his face, and I'm going to use my shoulder and crush or crank the neck as I'm inside, right? Again, when you're throwing knees, the only thing that's a little bit dangerous, after a while, the person's hands might come up and might catch your leg, and you're on one leg, okay? Also, the eyes. Yes, a lot of people telling me, well, the eyes, they're effective. Yes, for sure. You could finger jab, right? But if I could finger jab, or even if I palm strike, double palm strike, well, look, I got 10 fingers. One of them might come in as I'm striking, okay? So for sure, the eyes are good, but what I'm trying to teach you guys, devastating blows. What does that mean? What's going to cause the head to shake and finish the fight? If I go into his eyes, well, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be ripping into his eyes, but he's still going to be fighting. He could still reach a knife. He's still going to clinch. I'm talking to be able to go from here and do enough damage to shake the person's head so bad for me to either escape or finish the fight, okay? So you also have the throat. Problem with the throat is that sometimes it's a lot more precise. The person's head is moving, he's talking, he's here. You really got to be able to nail it, right? And again, people tell me, how do I hit the throat? You can hit it this way, you can punch it. It is a very devastating and could be lethal, because if I go hard enough, I could break the windpipe. But again, it takes a lot of power. You got the groin. People tell me, yeah, but what about the balls? For sure, the groin is a good shot, but I can tell you guys, I've been kicked in the nuts, right? I've been kicked in the nuts working as a doorman, and when you're under adrenaline, let me tell you, you're going to do this for a second, your body's still going to go into fight mode, okay? So when I'm teaching the 5 devastating blows, I'm teaching big, solid shots that will create impact fast enough to finish the fight. Or they're all made from a passive stand, that you're trying to diffuse a situation, you're trying to talk your way out of it, you're looking at the person's body language. He might be reaching for his knife, his friend might be coming around. At what point do I say, oh, fuck this guy? You know what I mean? I don't want to I want to be a tough guy. I don't want to give him a cheap shot. Let me square off with him, let him pull out his knife, let his friend come around, versus me going here, boom, and going for a double palm strike or finishing the fight as quickly as possible. So these are just some of the other things I wanted to talk about, because I'm getting a lot of comments, guys. Use your common sense, use your logic when you write a comment, and go look at some of the other videos of what I'm teaching so you can understand the whole, the entire thing together. Thanks.